the intro? Oh my God, we are here. We are back. It has been so long, Scotty. Ricky, it has been so long. I mean, I actually forgot what you guys look like. And you know, another guy that I have completely forgot what he looked like. Oh my God, it's
What's up, y'all?
Now, believe it or not, Wyatt has been under that desk for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to leave here when my knees just kind of give up. So.
I thought you were stone cold drunk under there.
I mean, I still have like 6 beers over there, so maybe. Hey, but we're here. Welcome back to Hardware Wrestling. We have Ricky, we have Jonathan Cross, aka Jason, and then Couch Destroyer Scott. Oh yes, and I loved the orange Cassidy sunglasses that I got in that box, by the way. Those are sweet. All right, so we have a lot to talk about. Kind of doing a couple things tonight. Later we'll record for Backlash for tomorrow, which is at 7:00 Eastern time.
Nice.
Because I believe it's 7
The kickoff is 7. Yep.
And then bell time. Technically, bell time is at 8:00.
Okay.
Do you guys miss that they don't do like a kickoff match like with some guy from the third row and whoever?
I mean, it would be cool to have a kickoff match. I mean, instead of just hearing them blabber about stuff.
Yeah. I just like
stuff.
There's enough talking.
It's just wasted.
There's enough talking heads in the world right now. We need to see more wrestling. So
believe it.
It's just
well,
wasted.
you two are standing there, talking heads. Let's get at it.
I mean, I could. No, see, I'm not a frame. So yeah. So
wait a minute. You're
Wyatt's going to be the one to body slam Scott with the Luger elbow following.
So Wyatt's back. That's exciting. It's good to see Wyatt back.
Yeah.
He's still better than us, and he knows it. Should we also make a quick announcement about something else?
Sure, why not? While we're here.
Yeah.
We already know Carmella's pregnant.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah. I actually am surprised it never made it onto the talk.
No, it's already.
Oh, it did, brother. You got to start watching the YouTube.
Yeah,
it actually made there. We had a moment of silence for my penis.
And the casket was about this big.
So, we've had Ricky on the last couple weeks, and Scotty not so much, but Wyatt and I were chatting today, and we have decided if Ricky will have us. Will you date us, Ricky? Will you date us for the long term?
Will you go to prom with us?
Absolutely. How can I say no to you guys?
So this podcast or YouTube channel has now become, instead of a fatal 3-way, it is now a 4-way conversation. So now we have 4 different ways of screwing with your brain.
We just added Tully Blanchard to the mix.
And a better looking Tully Blanchard, if I may say so.
So yeah, we've expanded since I've been on because life sucks. But hey, we made it through. I'm back, and I don't plan on going anywhere. I think.
No, you're good. I mean, shit happens. I mean, you'll have at least 4 idiots. Maybe not all 4 at one time. Could be 2, could be 1, could be 3. Who knows? But now, congratulations, Ricky Housen is Now we're actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our merch our merch logo that we have with the 3 heads, and we are going to take out one of Scott's eyes and put Ricky's head in it.
My beard.
Just the beard.
Just the beard.
Just the beard.
One bushy eyeball for Scott. Anyway, so we have some news to talk about. The Backlash preview will probably be another episode because that will be a conversation that will be had because it'll be fun, I hope.
Yep.
With Bad Bunny hosting. But hey, the first thing on the talk list is Alicia Fox finally retiring from WWE.
Well, she wasn't even in WWE, was she?
Well, she officially announced retirement. She was with them for a while.
She
was still with them, but not a wrestling capacity.
Okay.
Her last match was in 2019.
Behind the scenes, because I don't remember anything.
She was on a Legends deal. She was on a Legends deal for the last couple of years. Her last match was 2019. And her last one-on-one wrestling match was with Vince McMahon right before he got fired.
Sign my NDA.
Huh. That's good shit.
This is all news to me. Honestly did not even realize Alicia Fox was still there.
Yeah, neither did I.
Scotty, give me your favorite
Same.
Alicia Fox wrestling match.
I have
Okay.
no clue.
Crickets.
Like
I mean, for me, she had moments of comedy in her career that I absolutely loved. Like there was moments where she would just flip out for no reason backstage, just throw stuff everywhere, and nobody would go like, "Huh?"
She
I think that was her actually just being herself, like, and they just caught it on camera. Who knows? I mean,
she was our first real introduction to crazy
I
crazy
thought
women.
that was
That was
AJ
our
Lee.
truth dressed up in drag.
She was even
Oh,
before AJ Lee
What was she?
Oh yeah. She's
Oh,
been there a
yeah.
while.
by like 6 or 7 years.
Oh wow.
She was the first one to be psychotic.
I think AJ had a very short run. I don't think
Yeah,
she
she
was.
did.
It didn't last long, yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, I mean, congratulations on a career. I mean, she was a WWE Women's Champion for a while. Or actually, sorry, Divas Champion. but still a Divas
Diva.
Championship. So that's again as you expect. I mean, the career wasn't like Hall of Fame worthy, but she probably will get in at some point.
Yeah,
Because
because they put
course.
everybody in.
well, she also had a title, so yeah, you kind of have to put a title. You know, that's the thing.
It'll be the hush money section of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's
The
this, it's
NDA
this, it's this
section.
bank vault saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, shh."
When
Hey!
they'll bring out that wing of they'll go for the introductions and the screen will go black because they're not allowed to show who it is.
Yeah. Hey, I got a
Hard
great
money
idea
selection.
for Gable's new gimmick, Chad Gable. Perfect. Like he could be the Vince McMahon stooge with the NDA orders going. Shh.
That would ruin his career. That would
His career's already ruined as it is. So I mean, why not just keep throwing it down the toilet?
Nikki Bella, shoosh.
So that, I mean, and while I was away, I know you guys have talked about this. Triple H is announcing or has announced the tournament for a world heavyweight title. He revealed a new heavyweight title. I'm not totally sold on this yet because at this
Yeah.
point I feel like now it's just AEW and WWE saying, "Hey, who has the most belts in our company?" So it's just like, because I mean, if you
Well,
look at
WWE has two shows that are actually somewhat entertaining now, where AEW has Dynamite, and that's it.
so who do we want to see in this tournament for world heavyweight? Because I'm assuming this tournament's taking place in Jeddah.
Well, nope. First off, he
No.
announced it today. Happy Cinco de Mayo, boys.
Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about that. Oh, and Revenge of the Fifth for Star Wars lovers.
There we go. There we go.
That's a good
We
one.
got two triple threats on Raw.
Yep, two triple threats
and
on
two
Raw. Go
triple
ahead.
threats on SmackDown, and then the winner of those matches will face each other later on that night. The Raw winner and the SmackDown winner will face each other at Night of Champions to crown the champ.
Interesting tournament idea. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of wish they
I'm
would have done
excited
King of
for
the
it.
Rings. I wish they had done King of the Ring style, quite frankly. I like the longer tournament to build up. I mean, even if you had multiple matches on Raw and SmackDown to get there, because I know you can't do the way they usually do King of the Ring, spread out over like a month and a half.
But the other thing is that if you look at it that way, you know, WrestleMania just ended a month ago to the day actually, and Night of Champions is what, next month?
Yeah.
I think. Right.
End of the month is Night of Champions, right?
Yeah, it's the
30 something or
it's
27, 28.
well, there
26 or
goes
27.
AEW's.
AEW's right after it.
Now is AEW running? It's all out, right, or all in?
It's all in
Double or nothing.
no,
Wembley.
that's
Or
what-
double or
no,
nothing?
They have
Double
double
or
or
nothing.
nothing in Vegas Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Ooh.
So
it's
is
gonna
that-
be Night of Champions and then
Double-
AEW? And I
So-
don't know.
Two nights in a row.
Yeah.
Yes.
Party at my house, bros. Party at my house.
Well,
We
you
won't be in town for that, fuckhead.
Where are you going?
Indianapolis 500.
Oh yeah.
Watch
That's right.
500 left turns.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. So, but my thing is that considering he just announced this title, if he had announced this title before WrestleMania, or even before, well before WrestleMania, then the buildup would make sense. But considering you want to crown somebody for this new title, you kind of need to rush it a little bit, and that way you can build a feud between the two stars that are going for it.
Well, explain to me how they're going to do this, because are they stripping Roman of one of these?
Well, from
Is
what I
Roman still going to have the red and the blue and then this other world title?
No, so Roman is taking the Universal title to SmackDown, is what I'm reading throughout some of these articles, and then the world title will be the Raw title technically, and then that will be whoever. And like we said on the last episode, they will defend it whenever, wherever, however. So
Whenever,
a glorified 24/7
whenever.
championship.
yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately,
We're going to call this a Shakira belt.
Yeah, hips don't lie. But yeah, I mean,
Is that fair? Is that fair that they're stripping one of the belts away from Roman? Is that fair? Does that mess up the lineage?
no, it doesn't, because he still holds one of the titles at least, so he still has the title championship reign.
And he was the Universal Champion before the he took on the WWE title. So I mean, technically it's still the count is still
Yeah,
going
he's just
up.
adding
Yeah, it's just adding.
a title.
Now, the big
But-
question is, how do we get Roman to carry all three of these belts?
Yeah.
Well, as the wise man, Paul Heyman said, I believe either yesterday or today, was that to make it relevant, you put it on Roman Reigns.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to build a brand or build a title brand back, putting on the most relevant champion is not a bad idea.
But here's the thing about it. Why give him 3 titles? He's got the 2 as it is. That's already relevance enough. Why are they going this convoluted way of
Because he is the tribal chief and you must acknowledge daddy.
Wyatt is correct. You must acknowledge him. He's not, no one's beating him. No one's going to beat him. Obviously, they decided not to beat him with Cody, right? They're biggest baby face possibly in the company right now. They decided not to beat Roman with him. So now what?
Yeah, I mean, right
Well-
now there is a door that's open that nobody knows what's going to happen.
But
with
Is
it.
this belt like just is the world WWE World Heavyweight title belt secondary? Is
At
just
this point, the way
secondary
that
belt?
it is, the way that the belt is shaped, yes, it is secondary. Because the
I
two
kinda
big
dig
ones
it.
are on their biggest champion right now.
Yeah, I kind of dig the size of the belt. Makes a guy. We discussed this in last video or whatever.
It's
That makes
growing
the
on me.
guys look
It's
bigger.
growing on me.
Make them look bigger.
Yeah, just make it look like a Texas-sized belt buckle.
I like it. Hey, listen, it's not bad. What
Well,
rodeo?
walk around that
rodeo-
motherfucker all day, you'd be great.
What rodeo did you win, Cody?
And while we start to transition to AEW dipshit-ery, I saw this today. So AEW has sold 60,000 tickets
60,000.
for All In.
Wow.
Now
They're
that
getting
does
there.
beat the numbers for Clash of the Castle.
Okay.
However, Mike Coppinger, hearing Wembley is scaled for only 40,000 for AEW. Far cry from last April when I was ringside for Tyson Fury and Dylan White, and it was packed to the brim with 94,000. Nothing beats the
I
big
read
fake feel
this.
at Wembley,
It's
which is
good.
true.
Yeah.
Now, as a GM, as an owner of a company, what do you do hearing this crap? Is your brain telling you not to respond and let it go?
Splash out like a little
No, wait a
bitch.
minute. Rewind. Say that again. What is the deal? They're complaining that they've only sold 60,000 tickets.
So the thing is, from what I've seen,
When is
sold-
this? When is this event?
It is, God, what is it?
In 2 months, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it's August 27th. So
Oh,
we're 3
oh,
months
it's
away.
So in less of a month of the announcement, they've sold 60,000 tickets.
In 4 days,
I'm sorry. 4 days.
Yeah.
which is a staggering amount. Don't get me wrong.
Are we
However-
not getting the other 30? You think? You don't think we're going to sell this bitch out?
The way that the stadium is
Yeah,
set
it's
up, and
gonna
I've seen the
sell out.
schematic, it doesn't make any sense because the back half has to be blocked out so they can get the stage in. But what my thing is that before these tickets went on sale, which is weird because I took this picture, I screenshotted this. So Dave Meltzer said AEW sold 35 tickets during today's all-in pre-sale. Okay, 35,000.
I was about to say 35 tickets.
That's a bad day.
35 tickets. That's all you get. All right.
That's a bad day.
But then Mike
Breaking the
Coppinger
bank.
commented on the tweet. My issue is the one thing that Vince never did was go after people on Twitter, correct? I'm talking about the company and their decision making.
Yeah, but Vince doesn't even know how to use Twitter.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You don't see
he
Triple H
uses,
looking
he
to do
knows
this.
how to use the twatter. Yeah, he does.
Here is Tony Khan's response to the to this discrimination. Okay, lies. What a load of crap. Tell your agent Nick Khan to shove it up his ass.
Yeah.
As an owner of a company, that just makes you look like a third-rate jackass.
Well, he already looked like a jackass with the whole what was that, the CM Punk fiasco with the Elite. I mean, he just sat there while Punk just talked shit.
Which continues to gain more
the,
momentum. We'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he just sat there and just tucked his balls between his ass crack and just was like, whatever.
So this is
I'm
a
not gonna say
different.
anything. Not
This
gonna
is
do anything.
definitely a different age of people, right? This is not your. If you say something to me, I'm probably not. I'm not going to. I don't go to Facebook and cry, right? I'm gonna come straight to you.
Mhm.
I had a discussion today. I could have went right to Facebook and blasted him. Why would I do that? But this is a different age of people, right? This is a different age. He's Tony
All about
Khan.
social media.
I don't know how Tony Khan is. Maybe he's a little younger than me. Maybe the people he hangs out with are younger and it's rubbing off on him. But I just don't. Why? You're 20. How old?
26.
Do you put your emotions on Facebook and Twitter? Because that's your age group, right? That's right in your age group.
So the only time I've gone on Facebook to kind of rage has been after school shootings, but that's because I'm an educator and
Well,
that shit pisses me
that's a
off.
little different. But
But like when I'm pissed off at a
kicks
friend
you-
or something, I'm not
stepped
going
on
to go
your
on fucking
pud.
Facebook.
Yeah, somebody steps on your pud, you're not going to.
Yeah, no,
You're not
fuck
going to
that
Facebook
shit.
to talk about. It's a different age, and I believe that Tony Khan is one of those. I don't even know how old he is. Honestly, I don't even want to call him a millennial because I don't fucking know.
Well,
But
and the
he's
funny thing
definitely
is that,
soft. He is soft.
Before Tony
He's
Khan
cotton
became,
candy soft.
yeah.
Mm.
before Tony Khan became the owner of AEW, and buying the company and making it with Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, stuff like that, the only thing he's ever done was nothing because his dad owned the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, one of the players, former players of the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2020 said Yannick Ngakoue, who's a defensive end, told the press that Tony Khan is spoiled. And by that response on Twitter, I completely agree.
All right. Well, let's first off, Ngakoue. Let's talk about Ngakoue's career. He was a rookie with Jacksonville. They shipped him. The guy was great. He led the league in sacks. Send him to Minnesota. He led the team in sacks. Send him to Baltimore. He led the team in sacks. Send him to the fucking Raiders or Chicago, wherever he's at now. Let's not use Ngakoue's deal, right? That guy is a fucking problem, right? If we want to get into sports, that guy is a fucking problem. As a Ravens fan, the guy's a
don't
great
miss him.
player. The guy's
I
a
don't
great
miss him.
player, but he's an asshole, right? He's an asshole. And what are we doing? And to get back to Tony Khan, what are we doing right now? What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're talking about Tony Khan.
Yeah.
And that's right. That's what he wants. That's what he wants us to do. That's when you put yourself out there on Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat or Pornhub, whatever. You're looking for attention. You're looking for someone to say, "Oh, look at this fucking guy. Look at his dick. Look at these titties." I mean, that's what you're doing. That is what you're doing when you do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's working. It's fucking working.
I mean,
Guess what? He's going to sell 20,000 more tickets tomorrow.
we'll,
yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'll sort
Now-
that out.
Now I'm interested. The thing is, I have not seen the stadium layout, but in a situation like this, and especially when you're going over, like let's go back to the tickets for a sec, because when you're
Did
about,
White quit again? Did
Yeah.
White quit on his? God damn it!
He's
he
going to
comes
look for
back for
something to
30
level
seconds
the
and
other end of
leaves.
the table, Scott. He's leaning on.
No,
ahead, Scott.
but let's go to these tickets for a sec, because I'm like, if you're Tony Khan, and the last big great wrestling event that they have ever held at Wembley Stadium was SummerSlam '92, and again, the numbers are disputed. It says it online. The numbers are disputed, but WWE purportedly sold 80,000 tickets in Wembley. Okay, a little over 80,000. If you're Tony Khan, what do you do in a situation like this? Do you take a situation and you got till August to deal with this? So do you find a way to take that layout and make it so that the stage covers less of the arena so you can get more tickets in there so that you can try to beat WWE's record to look at that, take that quote that he says and really shove it up people's backsides and be like, hey, you know what? Not only did I do what WWE did, I did better than what WWE did. Like, what would you guys do as Tony Khan in that situation? Would you try to find a way to take that tweet and be like, all right, I'm not just going to tweet about it. I'm going to make it a reality and show that we can sell the
sack up. He needs to sack up now and try and maximize this opportunity. He can't sit there and try and bring this big ass stage in and take seats and potential money away from him and everybody else in the company. He should just go for broke here.
Well, we'll end it with why it gets back. We'll end it with this. When's the last concert you ever been to, Ricky? What's the last concert you've been to? All right, okay, well, let's do this. You and I went
in Baltimore. It was Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, and Volbeat back in 2017, I believe.
Volbeat, good lord.
Yeah, Volbeat was just kind of in there for charity. I mean,
yeah, pretty much. I went for Metallica and Avenged Sevenfold.
There are a couple. Volbeat has a couple of good songs, but that's for later.
As we know, when you go to concerts, now Ricky and I, when we buy wrestling tickets, we try to get decent tickets, right? Floor tickets, close.
Oh yeah.
As we all know, when you go to concerts or wrestling events or whatever you go to, not every seat's great. Not every seat's good. Sometimes I was just telling somebody the other day, I got to see Nolan Ryan pitch one of his last games in Memorial Stadium. Every time I went to Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, it was behind a fucking pole. I still paid $30 or $10 or whatever my grandfather paid for the tickets. We still pay for that ticket, but guess what my seat was? Right?
Good place for you.
Right? I never looked better. So as there will be tickets on the floor of that arena that are $5,000. There'll be tickets up in the left-hand corner underneath the air conditioning duct for $30. I mean, that's just how it is. I don't think the seating is good. They'll figure a way to give you the best possible bang for your buck. If you spend $30, you're going to get a $30 seat. It might end up being on a ceiling fan, whatever, but you'll still be able to see that big screen. If we go to WrestleMania, next year, and we're going to WrestleMania next year, right? That's the plan.
Oh, yeah.
Are we spending $8,000 for floor seats? I'd love to.
Fuck no.
No. And believe me, I've spent more money on worse. I had an ex-wife. There you go. So, but we're going to spend probably $300 for decent seats. But they're not $8,000 seats, so they're not going to be as good. Tony Khan they will engineer this and they will figure this out. People still went to Woodstock, even though they were all muddy afterward. People are gone. People are going to go to this. It's going to sell out.
Fair. But with that being said, AEW, for some reason, is planning on bringing back the Undisputed Era again.
The what?
Undisputed Era?
I thought you said the Undisputed Area.
No, you're just dumb.
No, that's Alicia Fox.
Carmella. Anyway, again, bringing back the Undisputed Era, considering they have brought back what's his name this week? Last week.
Roddy Strong.
Yeah, they brought Roddy Strong in.
The worst of the four.
Yeah.
Bobby Fish is already doing independent circuit. And what the fuck?
Kyle O'Reilly.
So Kylo in February just had neck fusion surgery.
Yeah, so it makes no sense.
So he's not coming back yet, but that is his plan to come back.
It's long-term goals.
Yes.
But at the same time, they tried this earlier with Fish and O'Reilly and Cole, and it didn't work. So
I think it was going to work, but injuries took over.
Well,
Probably.
injuries did take over, but I also feel like when they first the three of them came out against the Elite, it was kind of like, oh, this is WWE light, like we're seeing something we've already seen before, and
Isn't that what AEW's been the last 10
well,
years?
yes, but it's like, why not try something different? Like, that's why
How
I'm like,
can they when they buy the rejects of WWE?
Listen, the Undisputed Era was the best faction in
I mean, it was.
or in NXT.
Yeah, it
And
was.
if they'd have brought them up to the main roster, they'd have been the best faction in
Yeah.
WWE. They are legit a good faction.
yeah,
No, and
And
I'm not
I'm
bashing
saying
the
if
Undisputed
you're
Era. I'm
making
just
money-
saying with that, recycling this situation is not the best, considering AEW's viewership this week was 250,000
yeah,
compared to Friday Night SmackDown at 2.5 million.
yeah.
It's just not there anymore, and it's dead because they're recycling everything.
Well, and they keep using the same old jokes over and over and over, and you guys might talk about it all the time, and they like, you love the hands in the pockets crap, but that the joke is over. They keep recycling the same stupidity over and over again, and they keep losing viewers over it.
I don't. I
Yeah,
don't
Orange
agree.
Cross begs the difference.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
So, well,
Um,
then how do you explain the loss in viewers?
They
Don't
don't
worry,
know
they'll
what-
come back when CM Chump comes back.
That's right. They're all going to Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Perhaps
then
it's
Dynamite
no show.
sucks even worse, and that'll be, then what happens then? Like, I'm just telling you, like, there's something to be said about having money drawing stars in there who actually can do something and can, again, I haven't seen the Elite pull any numbers recently. I haven't seen.
They have excellent wrestling matches and everything. Their booking just sucks lately.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's yeah.
That's the
they just
problem.
don't know
They
what to do
have
with
some
half of
good
these
shit.
guys.
You don't have guys in the WWE like El Helio, Vikino. Like, you don't have guys like that that are constantly in the air. These guys fucking fly. They just fly. You don't have guys like Sammy Guevara. You could, but it's a different style of wrestling.
Well, and Vince doesn't like the small guys, which hence why Undisputed Era never really came up to the main roster because they were all small.
Well, explain Chad Gable then.
Chad
Yeah.
Gable had the wrestling background. Fish, Fish. No, wait a minute. Who's the one? Is it Roddy that's got the MMA background? Which one of them is it?
Bobby
I wanna
Fish.
say
has
Fish.
the
Yeah, I
MMA.
think Fish has
Bobby
the
Fish has the
background.
MMA, and I think
Supposedly, it could,
never seen any highlight footage,
could
but
be
you know.
that could be for that could be kayfabe.
Punk had an MMA background too, apparently. Well, we see how well that worked out.
Right.
But no, like the main issue with the WWE bringing Undisputed Era up to the main roster was Vince sees these small guys and is like, he's still looking for the Ultimate Warrior. And that was the main issue why they all decided to leave at some point or another. Like, we're tired of this. We're tired of being underutilized. And then they go to AEW and they're underutilized. And again, a lot of that is the booking. I do.
Well, I
agree
mean,
with
if you look at what's been going on, because the last few days, AEW's been being blasted for their misuse of Strong
Mhm.
and Jay White,
Yeah.
absolutely butchering their booking and just destroying their careers. Poor Jay White's like, I'm gonna go sign with WWE. Gets more money from AEW. I'm in hell. Damn it.
Well, and as a wrestler, you can have people write for you all day long, but if you can't get yourself over, who are you gonna? I mean, they're blaming AEW for not, like Bobby Fish. What does he do to get himself over? Like,
Not much.
what? No, it's not like he's like this big, huge, charismatic dude. He's just this goofy, weird mustache guy who walks around and
Sharp teeth for a
Throws a-
fucking mouth guard.
throws around air punches, and like we've seen some of his indie videos where he's wrestling in front of less people than I wrestle in front of. So I don't know. At some point you got to be able to get yourself over. I
Yeah.
guarantee you. With Adam Cole, they're not saying Adam Cole has people writing for him because he gets himself over.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
He does it himself.
He's a good mouth.
If he was a shithead, they'd be saying, "Oh, the AEW, the writing is horrible." Well, yes, the story might be horrible, but it's what you make of it. Like you have to look at something and say, "This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this the best possible thing it is." Some of these guys in AEW look at stories and like they don't put their 100%. You could see it. You can see that they don't put their 100% effort into it. You just
Well, and if you watch Soraya, especially in the last couple AEW shows, she looks awful.
Well, she's also trying to keep herself from breaking her
Breaking her
That
neck
she shouldn't have
again.
come back.
Yeah.
But
So-
Miss Britain's stupid.
I
So-
want that. I want that in our
That's
next
'cause
box.
Vince
I want
wouldn't
that
let her
Brittany.
come back.
I want that Brittany black eye shirt in our next pro box.
Yeah, that's another issue for AEW right now. They're trying to clean up.
Yeah, I don't. We could talk about it. I think I know where you're going with this. I feel the same way. I don't really dig the. I watched it. That was a pretty bad beating that those girls put on her. I don't like that it's on a fucking shirt. I don't like.
Yeah, no, and the people that brought it up, it looks like you've glorified domestic abuse,
That's exactly what it
Yes.
looks like.
and that's huge. I mean, women
have
suffer
someone
from
very-
that
I have
every
someone
fucking
very
day,
close to
and you're
me.
like, shirt idea.
Well, they've all
Holy shit.
changed. They've all changed their profile
Everything they do
pictures to
becomes a
Brit's
shirt.
shirt. Yeah, they've all changed it to her picture on their profile picture. I have someone very close to me that went through that type of abuse. I just don't find it fucking funny.
I don't either.
I don't think it's funny.
It's a terrible angle, and yes,
But if it came in a box, I'd wear it. No, I'm just kidding. I'd hang it right up.
well,
here
I'm starting a
behind me.
fire tomorrow night. I'll just put it on a fucking fire. I mean, Britt put it on her social media, yes, but putting it on a shirt and selling it to people, and it looks weird without any context to it. If you're walking around,
That's
nobody
exactly
has any idea who
why.
AEW is, sees this girl on a shirt with a black eye, and you go, "Who'd you beat up this week?"
Yeah, who's the girl who killed her baby?
Like, Jesus Christ!
Who's the girl that killed her baby? And
I
then
don't
got off scot free.
Forget.
Oh, you're talking about Casey Anthony?
Yeah, why do we have Casey Anthony shirts?
For good reason.
Just put her face on the shirt. Fuck it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you look it up right now. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some out there. People are
It's
nuts.
it's
Yeah,
almost
but being sold by local idiots. But this is a company that has gone, "This is a great t-shirt idea."
yeah.
Just
When
love selling
you see
shirts.
that shirt, you think of domestic domestic abuse. When you see a Trump shirt, you think of an asshole. It's the same. It's honestly it's the same fucking thing. Really.
When I see a Jonathan Cross shirt, I think of an asshole.
I mean, shit,
But that's his gimmick, though. It makes sense to be that way.
Yeah.
right? I mean, I ain't lying.
So,
Fuck,
but
oh,
hey,
Scott.
I think that's a wrap for this episode because we have more important things to talk about, which is WWE Backlash tomorrow night at 8:00 on Peacock and whatever else you can get your hands on.
on the
cock.
cock.
So-
On the cock.
Scott's favorite place.
Yeah.
Before we leave,
How great is that that Vince? Yeah, I got a good idea. We're gonna have a streaming service, and we're gonna call it the cock. And I can say cock as much as I want. There won't be any NDA.
hey man, I'm pretty sure if nobody stopped him after he said the N-word, Cena, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody wouldn't have stopped him from doing that.
Every time I see that clip of him, and they always run that clip in February.
Gee, I wonder
Right.
why.
I only see this is all I see is that cameraman from South Park go.
Yeah.
That's all I ever see.
But anyway, let's before we leave, let's welcome Ricky, our new member of Hardway Wrestling, which now makes our shirts irrelevant.
Get them while they
Well,
last.
Not relevant until I'm in here, so
So
Tricky Ricky.
you're now on the island of relevancy. Acknowledge your tribal chief.
Is he our solo drink cola?
Yeah.
yeah, Diet Solo with a longer beard. Um, so that'll wrap it up here. Thank you for subscribing. We have now hit 45.
Nice.
Considering this morning it was at 42.
Jason, did you get some of those? Buy some of those bots?
I actually did not, and I looked into that. I saw a guy that had you can obviously tell if you go to some of these videos, there's people that have 10,000 subs, and then when they post a video, there's like 30 views.
Dude,
That giveaway, boys.
We're working for our subscribers. You know? So again, keep doing what you're doing. Like, subscribe, comment. Again, you can join us on our Facebook group.
The
So hey,
chase for 100.
yeah, we're chasing for 100 still. That's
Oh,
all that
yeah.
matters. So please like, subscribe. We'll be back probably later tomorrow. I'll probably post the next video tomorrow, depending on how long it takes. But hey, we're back, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.